Hello friends, I have another what sold video for us today. I'm not sure if you're going to be seeing this video before or after the bins haul that I promised you, so I haven't recorded the bins haul yet. It's Friday afternoon right now and I got to get my shipping to the post office within 2 hours, so I'm doing this video first, but we'll see which one I decide to edit first. So yeah, I'm going to just jump right in. I have 20 something sales, so it feels like this is from the last 2 days, but you know, on average, I sell around 15 per day. So I'm getting close to my like normal again within just a week of being off vacation mode. So very, very excited about that. I did want to thank Sarah for buying me 3 coffees. My phone is the one recording this video today though, so I can't remember the exact wording, but I think you said you're like a part-time reseller, but you sell some of your own personal items and you love your Starbucks as well. So thank you so much for this treat. All right, I have a couple things here that I pulled out from this room. So let's go over those first. My oldest is in school today already. It's August 1st and he started middle school, so he was very excited. I'm very nervous for him, but hopefully he's having a great day. By the time I'm done with this video, he should be getting home from school. So I'm excited to hear from him. All right, this is Zero Barefoot shoes. These sold on eBay. Yeah, eBay for $32.40. I believe I paid $5.99 for these at the thrift store closest to my house, so pretty decent little flip. Zero Barefoots used to go for quite a bit more, like 60 plus, but even for as long as I can still get like 30 plus on shoes, I'm pretty happy to pick them up. All right, and then this is a pair of Keen women's boots. These ones I got from a Goodwill for $10. And this pair sold for $36.75 on eBay. These were a women's 6. I think if they were a little bit larger, they would have went closer to 50. But again, 10 into 36 is great. And then this is just a men's Arc'teryx fleece. Pretty basic. It is from the bins. This took me forever to list. I found this in my death pile when we had that garage sale at the beginning of the summer, so I got it listed pretty quickly after that, and it sold for $59.96 on eBay. So bins weight into $59 is great. Alrighty, ES. Reese is laying in the middle of the other hallway again. This is the brand, well, it's Fielder by Bonobos or Bonobos, however you say that brand, which I hadn't sold this before. Like I've sold the Bonobos brand, but anyways, these shorts were just kind of like a performance ripstop fabric in very good shape, so I decided to grab them up from the bins. They sold for $14.96, so I think that's pretty good. FL. Got a new with tag chaps skirt. This is like a linen blend. I did find this at the bins. It sold on Poshmark. Someone accepted their Posher VA offer of $28. FI. This is a brand I had not heard of. I just thought it was a cute dress, so I grabbed it from the bins. It says Love Olive Co. Just really cute, ditzy floral. This sold on Poshmark for $24, so not too bad. The tag makes me think it's some sort of like homemade, not like homemade, but like, what is that? Like just like a small Instagram type brand, so not like a huge quantity made of anything. I guess that could be homemade then, huh? All right, EQ. This is the brand Brooks Brothers, and this is just a pair of like undershirts. So shout out to my bins friend Crystal. She passed me these at the Denver bins. You guys might have seen me sell these before because they did get returned. This was the one, I feel like I've mentioned it in a recent video, where someone put in a return request like before they even got the item. Like as soon as their tracking went live, they put in a return for ordered by mistake. So as soon as the day they got them, they already had them back in the mail to me. So anyways, you know, ordered by mistake is a error on the buyer's part. So they had to pay shipping both ways. I wasn't out anything, just got them relisted, and they sold again for $17.96. I don't remember what they sold for the first time, but probably somewhere around there. So not too bad, just for some basic undershirts. I do feel like I've had a lot of returns in the last few weeks, but then so like sometimes I'll start like worrying, but then when I looked at it and thought about it, I'm like, my return rate is still like 2%. So that's still really good, I think, for the clothing and shoes category. And I think only one time in the last, since I started accepting returns, has somebody lied to get the return, like lied as in put in a false reason. So yeah, I think accepting returns was a good move on my part. I am not too worried about it. I have to go to the P.O. box today to grab 2 that came in the last day and refund them. But again, these are just for doesn't fit, and they'll just get relisted and sell again. Okay, EI. Pair of Under Armour shoes. These are from Once Upon a Child. I would have bought them with a $10 off coupon, so I can't remember what they priced Under Armour shoes for, but probably between $11 and $13. So I probably paid between $1 and $3 for these. Someone on Poshmark offered me $24. I was happy to accept. Okay, FR. This is actually in this room, so let me grab that. Hello again. All right, this is a pair of Eddie Bauer women's camo shorts. These are from the bins. They sold on Poshmark. Yeah, someone accepted the Posher VA offer of $17. Okay, FK. This is the brand BKE. These are, I believe, new at tag, but they're like an older model. I can't remember the exact price. I think I paid between $8 and $10 for these at the thrift store by my house. They sold on Posh though. Someone accepted the Posher VA offer of $47. So really good sale either way. I'm sure these will show up in one of my little reel videos with the actual cost of goods at some point. But yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. So love that sale. Okay, EL. This is the brand Sitka. So if you have not heard of this brand, you're definitely going to want to look out for it. I'm trying to see if I remember, I'll put the logo on the screen here, but yeah, this is a great brand. This I found at the bins and it's in terrible condition, like so much pilling. And I remember when I found this, it has, normally this brand sells quick, but I think based on condition, and I kind of overpriced it just to see what would happen. It's been listed several months. But yeah, I remember doing a poll on my Instagram showing the close-ups of how much washwear this has and just asking other people if they would pick this up in this bad of condition, but at bins weight, which this is probably around 8 ounces, so like $1 out of pocket. And I think it was pretty evenly split, like yes or no. But you know, for $1, I'm gonna take a chance. I knew I could probably at least like get 10 bucks for it, and actually somebody offered me 30, so that's amazing for the condition that this shirt is in. Yeah, if this was in great condition, I probably would have got twice as much for it. Okay, EF. Got a little Victoria's Secret nightgown. This is from the bin. This weighs like an ounce, so lightweight. This sold on eBay for $15. FL. Got a pair of 511 tactical pants from the bins. These sold on eBay for $18.75. EH. This is so cute. I thought this would sell way sooner, but I definitely overpriced it to begin with just because I think I had one of the only ones listed and definitely the only one in my size, if I can remember. And I saw some sold, I believe 80 to 90. It's a J. Crew factory even. Strawberry dress, like, and I found this at the bins But yeah, I know I recently dropped price as I've been doing sell similars, and then it sold on eBay for $59.25. So still really, really great. You know, bins weight $2 or so into $59. But I was hoping someone would get that to wear it throughout the summer, but the summer is basically coming to an end. Hopefully they still love it. All right, EK. This is the brand Westbound, and I don't know that I would have picked this up. This is from the bins. I only picked it up because I wanted to try it on. I don't know that I would have grabbed it otherwise, unless it was maybe new with tag. But it did still sell for $12.15 on eBay. So, you know, to just basically try something on for myself and still make, let's say, $8 or $9 profit, I think that's pretty good. I do love things with embroidery, so I may have grabbed it regardless, but yeah. All right, FC. Got some Ultra sneakers from, I believe, a regular Goodwill. I know I have not had these listed super long. I don't know what I paid. I want to say $12.99. But again, these will probably show up in a reel at some point that has the price showing. But they sold for $35.28. So I'm sure at the very least I've doubled my money. I don't think I would have paid more than max $15 for them. So not too bad for a quick sale. All right, CA. Okay, so we're headed over here. So CA. Getting a little nervous. I feel like I've been like misplacing something almost every video lately, so thankfully that was in there. This is the brand Soma. I don't know if it's a PJ top, but it's just a basic tank top floral. It is new at tag. I found it at the bins. It sold for $16.88 on eBay. KCF. Got a pair of men's Lululemon shorts. I got these, I believe, from a regular Goodwill for about $5.99. Someone on Poshmark accepted their Posh VA offer of $35 for those. I like selling men's Lululemon still. I know when I do my Lululemon is such a hard word to say. When I do the trade-ins, a lot of people will be like, why didn't you just sell that yourself? And it's normally women's items I'm trading into them, but I do love selling the men's stuff still. All right, CZ. I got a pair of Columbia PFG women's shorts. I think that I paid about $2.50 for these just before our California trip. Like, I was just trying to thrift myself some clothes to wear, and I don't think I actually ended up wearing these. I think I listed them just before we went. They sold for $13.50, so not a huge profit, but I don't know that I would have sourced them unless I was trying to get them for myself. So, you know, again, still some profit there. Sold pretty quick. CO. This has taken so long to sell, and I'm honestly surprised. I mean, it's vintage, like Pooh Bear Disney shirt. I mean, it's in very good condition. I don't think it had any stains or anything. I don't know why it took so long to sell, and it only sold for $13.50, so not great, but I did get it at the bin, so not too bad. All right, this is my lowest sale probably in a long time. AU. American Eagle, like a soft and sexy, what are these called? Like a rib, like a tube top with the no straps. Something like that. I bought this at the bins. I was like positive that Plato's would take it, but they didn't. So I sold it on eBay for $3.75. So barely making anything, but that's okay. Box N. This is Childhoods. These were my son's old pajamas. They sold on eBay for $12.96. It's crazy, like the market on things. Like, obviously it's been several years since my kids were this small, but back when they were this small, I could have sold these pre-owned for $30 to $40. So I'm glad to make back probably about $10, but I definitely should have listed those a long time ago. Okay, AZ. Oh, right here. These have taken forever to sell. I found this at the bins. The brand is Umbro. They're like a vintage neon soccer short. I found 2 pairs this day, and the first one sold really fast for like over 30 bucks. These ones, somebody offered me 25 on Posh, so I was happy to accept. You know, bins weight, these are probably under 4 ounces. Yeah, I'm glad to move those. Box P. We've got Time and True, so Walmart brand hoodie. I got this from the bins only because it was new with tag. It sold for $10.50, so not great, but I already have listings for these in my list perfectly, so every time I find one at the bins new, I grab it, take a couple photos, and then just copy paste my title. So super easy listing at least. Okay, DB. This is the brand Briggs. It looks like it might have been sold at Costco or Sam's Club. I found these at the bins. I wanted these for myself for our California trip. They just didn't fit me that well, so I ended up listing them. I think I took them to Uptown and they did not buy them, so yeah. I listed them and they only sold for $9, but I'm glad to move those. If they were from Sam's or Costco, they probably didn't cost much more than $10 anyways. Got a pair of men's Hey Dude boots. I know I got these at the thrift by my house. I want to say maybe $10 or $11 I paid for them. They sold on Poshmark for $39 in just a couple days, so really good. Most Hey Dudes, the value has definitely dropped. I'll still grab them at a good price. The boots definitely do better than just the regular loafers. All right, last sale, DH. Right, we got some Hokas. These are women's. They are Gore-Tex. A really nice, like, hiking shoe. They are women's 6 though. So I got these at Uptown Cheapskate for $22. I can't remember if I bought or like sold to them that day, because if I did, I would have got 10% off of the 22. But let's just say I paid 22. They sold for $56.29, so more than doubling my money. It didn't take super long. I just thought these were just a really nice looking shoe in very good shape, so I'm glad I grabbed those. Alrighty, friends. Yeah, like I said, I need to get upstairs, get these packed up to the post office, go get my returns and get them refunded. Cyrus is with his grandma, but should be home any minute. He didn't have to start school today. He starts on Monday, so him and his cousins and grandma went to like a splash pad. So they should be home any minute. Chris should be home with Connor any minute. So yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs and do some family stuff, and then hopefully get some listings up this evening to end off my week. So again, I don't know if you guys are seeing this before the bins haul, but thank you all so much for watching. Thank you again to Sarah for my coffees, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, friends.